LaKeishaSewellWashington. This is my channel, and this channel is aimed at giving life skills advice to former foster children who have aged out of the system. This first video will be an introduction to my channel, pretty much describing me, my plight through the foster care system. And if you're interested in this topic, please keep watching. Also, hit the subscribe and notification bells. And if you know a foster kid who has aged out of the system, please recommend this channel to him or her. Hi, my name is LaKeishaSewellWashington. I am a former foster kid that came out of the system. I am now 45 years old. I'm a retired teacher. I have a husband, a stepdaughter, and I own a house. So how did I go from being in foster care to having a house, a career, and a family? We'll discuss that right now. All right, so foster care. How did I end up in foster care? When I was born, my mother was in a juvenile detention program. Basically, she was in jail. So from my understanding, right now, if you are serving time in jail as a woman, you can keep your baby with you for the first year. At the time, 1975, you could not keep your baby. So that meant I was going straight into the system. Yes, the social worker did go to my Filipino grandmother's house, and they asked her if she wanted me, and she said no. So I don't know if that was a racial thing, or she was just ill-equipped as an immigrant, but this is what happened. So the social worker also went to my biological father's house. She was African American. And there was a resounding no there too. So 5 days old, I went into foster care. So I really think to this day God was on my side. I have officially only been in one foster home. But by the time I was 4, I realized I was in the wrong place. I distinctly remember sitting in the kitchen of my foster mother's house. I was by the freezer, and I remember thinking, I don't look like anybody. I don't belong here. I just don't want to be here. And I didn't have the notion of suicide because I was 4 years old, but I know I didn't want to exist. So at a very early age, I was cognizant of what was going on. So what eventually happened? Well, my biological father, he surrendered his rights when I was about 7 years old. And I was adopted by my mom into a, what do they call it when you have, what kind of adoption did we have? It was an adoption, but they still sent money. What was it called?
I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
Think of it.
All right, so I didn't know it at the time, but my biological father, he did me a favor. So I was adopted by my mom. She was 47 years old. She was a black woman from Alabama. And at the time I thought, oh, she's old, and I'm being raised by an older lady. And I was I wanted, a younger family like everybody else. But it was a blessing being raised by an older black woman from Alabama. So my adopted mother had a brother who lived with us. That was my uncle. And my adopted parents gave us all the basics: food, clothing, shelter. There was no sexual abuse or anything like that. We had an occasional whooping, but that was about it. So as a foster child, I never suffered physical neglect. But I also knew I was there for the check too. So there was very little more. There's a little more to the story, but I'll be talking about that in upcoming episodes. So college time came. So my adopted mother and uncle never went past 6th grade in Alabama. Safe to say, going away to college was a foreign concept to them. My adopted mother wanted me to get a good job, maybe as a janitor somewhere, and she wanted me to bring home money. She did not want me actually going away to college. So I asked my uncle to drop me off at college. I didn't even have luggage at the time. I brought my stuff up to college in boxes and milk crates. I literally had 3 pairs of pants and 2 shirts. Very little toiletries, no books for money. I ran out of soap a couple of weeks in. I would have to get soap out the dispenser in the bathroom. And I eventually got a little job, and for the first semester I didn't have books. Second semester I had books. So it was really I had to work my way up. So 2 years into college, I got a phone call. My adopted mother had a stroke. I had to drop out of college to go take care of my adopted mother and my adopted sister, who was HIV positive from birth. I stayed out of college for 3 years. And until my sister died and my mother was a little bit more situated, I stayed home and took care of them. Now, I went back to college, but again, my mother did not want me to go. She wanted me to stay home and take care of her. But I didn't want a good job. I wanted a career. And I also wanted to go back to college because of taking care of my sister, I wanted to become a doctor. So this time I went back to college and I had the goal of becoming a doctor. But I had already started an economics degree, so they told me I could minor in biochem, and that's what I did. Okay, so a couple of more years went by. I finished my bachelor's program and I started a master's program and in biochemistry. And inevitably, I get another phone call from my adopted family. And this time, no one was sick, but they're about to foreclose on the house. So I had to stop my graduate program and I had to start working, or else my adopted family would have nowhere to live. So I began teaching. I had the summers off. That would help with taking my adopted mom to the doctors and other things I had to take care of. So that's the career path I chose. So I taught for 12 years. And there will actually be 2 segments on this channel. The first segment, which will be uploaded every Tuesday at 3 o'clock, will be about giving life skills advice for foster kids who are aging out of the foster care system. Because that's, after 18, between 18 and 25, things are real dicey. So I'm just going to give you some tips on what to do, how to structure things, stuff like that. And the second segment will be a teacher segment. It will be called Lifestyle LaKeisha Teachers Edition. And that will be uploaded every Thursday at 3 o'clock. And it's going to address concerns about working in a dangerous urban high school. Again, for my foster kids, I will give you financial advice, uniquely tailored for your situation. I do have a background in economics, and I've done my own personal research and made my financial mistakes. So I will give you advice on what to do. So, health and fitness. Yeah, there's a couple of concerns I'm going to be addressing there. I'm on a health journey now, still now. But we'll be talking about how to food shop, what to eat, things of that nature. We'll be talking about that too. Okay, so dating advice. You got to pick the right one. The partner you pick can make or break you. You want to start your family off on the right foot. So as a foster kid, you might not even know what a healthy relationship looks like. So because of the struggles you had in the past. So we are going to structure that a little bit for you. So why am I doing this? And how am I a success? Well, like I said, I went through foster care. Maybe I didn't have it as rough as you, but it is what it is. It's the same no matter how you chop it. And I went away to college. Only 3% of kids from foster care graduate from college. And I didn't become a crackhead. I married a good man. I have a family. I own a house. I'm actually retired now from teaching. I have full pension and benefits. So, yeah, I might not be Bill Gates or Rockefeller, but, I'm doing okay. So I wish I had someone like me to talk to when I was your age. You can be more than your past. Sometimes it won't be pretty, but I always give you the facts and tell you the truth as your position as a foster kid. So that's why I'm doing this. Thank you for watching my channel. Again, if you are not a foster kid watching this channel, please recommend this channel to a person whom you think could benefit. And hit subscribe, like, notification icons, and leave comments of your experiences aging out of foster care. Thank you.